What's up, YouTube? Ryan back with another card investing or collecting video today. MLB Playoffs start today. And I'm going to be going through each team and showing you guys who I would buy if I think that team is going to succeed in this postseason. So the playoffs are always crazy, you guys, but I think with the quarantine and the absence of sports and baseball in general, the card market is going insane. Every single week, cards going up and down. I talk about it every week, and I think it's going to get even crazier during the postseason. I'm just going to go through. I want to talk about some guys that I really think that could be good buys if you guys believe in some of these teams. I was initially going to do a top 5, top 10, but I just don't feel confident with that because with everyone having to play a series of 3, it's extremely dangerous. Some of these top teams could be eliminated in the first round. So instead of doing that, I'm going to focus on one player from each team that I think is a good buy, somebody that's a low risk with a high potential reward, because if we learned anything from the basketball season, you guys, those top players in the league, if they get knocked from the playoffs, their prices go down. And I'm expecting the baseball market to do the same as basketball did. Giannis, his prices were up. They got booted, and his prices went down a lot. Same with Luka. Even with how good Luka played in the playoffs, as soon as his team got kicked out of the playoffs, his Panini Prism PSA 10 went from a $2,000 card to a $1,200 card. So I'm expecting more of the same for baseball, and that's why I'm going to just focus on one player on each team or multiple players on each team. It just depends. Some teams have definitely more than one option, but that's what we're going to do. Hopefully it won't be too long of a video, but I'm going to go through each team and I'm going to show you guys their cards on eBay, and let's just do it. Let's just go through it real quick. So the first team up is the Tampa Bay Rays. And for me, you guys, it's all about Brandon Lowe here. The Rays they're a really good team, but their players aren't very expensive when it comes to the card hobby. And Brandon Lowe had a giant jump with his cards early in the year, but he's basically reverted back to where they started. A little higher than they were, but I think his Topps Chrome Sapphire card is a great buy because it's back down to $21 as of the 22nd. Low risk, $20 if you can find one. I think Brandon Lowe's that guy. If the Rays are going to succeed, he's going to have to carry them offensively. He has shown that he can play at an MVP level. So if he does that, I think the Rays are definitely a dangerous team. They have good pitching. They have a good bullpen. They're just a very good team. But if you look down their lineup, it's nothing crazy. They just get the job done. So I think Brandon Lowe is I don't want to say the only option because obviously there could be some breakouts, maybe like Willie Adams. But I think Brandon Lowe is the best buy coming into the postseason for the Rays. And you can pick up any Brandon Lowe cards, you guys. The cards I'm showing you are just my favorites. Nothing wrong with picking up flagship cards of these guys, Topps Chrome base of these guys, stuff like that if you want to go on the cheaper side. But I really like Brandon Lowe Sapphire here, and that's why I'm talking about it. Toronto Blue Jays, you guys, got to go with Bo Bichette. Vlad Jr. could be a dark horse if they end up making it out of that series. But Bo Bichette is the obvious choice. With his injury, his prices have gone down. You can pick up his Series 1 rookie card for $2. $6 here. I think anything around 5 or under is like an extremely good buy with this card. I'm picking Bo Bichette if I think the Toronto Blue Jays are going to succeed. Cleveland Indians, you guys, and I know Jose Ramirez has been their best player this year. He's arguably going to win MVP. He's going to get votes. But Francisco Lindor is still the face of this franchise, and if the past has said anything, this dude shows up in big games, and his cards have gone down in price. The card I think you guys should pick up if you guys want to believe in the Indians is his 2015 Topps Update base card. $20 right now. This card was selling for $40 to $60 at the beginning of the year. So it's gone down in price. He's had a pretty mediocre season. Definitely underachieved from what I'm sure his standards are. But he's still arguably the best player on this team. He's still arguably one of the best shortstops in MLB. If he just comes on hot in the playoffs and they end up beating the Yankees, I think they could maybe go to the World Series. They're going to have a tough series, but a lot of people believe in the Indians. They have a really nasty rotation. Shane Bieber is another guy that you guys could pick up. But they have a really nice rotation, and who knows? They might be able to do some damage in this postseason. New York Yankees, you guys, you have a ton of options with the Yankees. You could go after Aaron Judge, who I think is a really good buy right now also. But DJ LeMahieu, he was an absolute star this entire season. He's the first player since like 1900 to win a batting title in both leagues. And last year he hit a game-tying home run against the Astros with 2 outs in the 9th. Unfortunately, they ended up losing that game on the Jose Altuve walk-off in Game 7. But the dude has ice in his veins. DJ LeMahieu's extremely good. It might not be the greatest flip card in the world, but over time, this is probably the best buy on the Yankees team right now. Again, I really like Aaron Judge's stuff as well because his prices have plummeted with his injury. So if he comes on in this postseason and does well, same with Stanton, they're kind of in the same boat. If either of those guys end up just going off, that Stanton update rookie and the Aaron Judge Topps Chrome cards are going to just blow up again. So I focus on DJ LeMahieu just because he's been the healthiest and he's been amazing this year. Minnesota Twins, you guys, is really hard. Honestly, with Josh Donaldson being hurt, he was my initial thought to be an easy flip, but they already ruled him out for the wild card series with a calf injury. Maybe he comes back later in the postseason, does well, but the Twins have a lot of lower market guys that are all just solid players. Like Nelson Cruz is having an amazing year, but he doesn't sell well. Miguel Sano doesn't sell well. Luis Ariz is a younger player. I'd say might be someone to look into as well. But I think if I had to put my life savings on a player, I'd probably be Jose Barrios. He might be the only pitcher I put on this list. Who knows? But his stuff's dirt cheap. His Topps Chrome base is $1. Prismatic $1. Like, you can get his stuff for dirt cheap. If you think the Twins have a legitimate chance, as someone who roots for the Twins, I don't know if they do or not. I hope they do. Jose Barrios is going to have to dominate, and I could easily see, I mean, I know it's just like this Bowman Chrome rookie, $3, but it might end up being like a $5, $6 card. It might double in price during the postseason if he pitches well, if he figures it out. The Twins is hard. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Twins. Honestly, it's hard to pinpoint who to buy from them. Alex Kirilloff just got put on the roster because Josh Donaldson's not playing in the wild card game, so maybe him. Maybe get some playing time. I don't know. Houston Astros has to be Alex Bregman, you guys. He's dealt with a little bit of injuries with his hamstring. Kind of just had an underwhelming year in general. He was a second runner-up in MVP last year. Had an amazing season. Could have arguably won MVP, and he's just had an underwhelming season. And his 2017 Top Series one is dirt cheap. Dirt cheap, $1.60. Doesn't even make sense why it's that inexpensive. See, this one sold for a little bit more, but if you can pick this thing up, $3.99 for 2 of them. Like, so if you can pick up this card for around $5, I'm doing it. Straight up, I'm doing it. It should be an easy buy. Even a PSA 9 sold for $4.25. Like, that's ridiculous. So if the Astros, I mean, they have a good team. If they decide to play well, Alex Bregman's going to be their guy. He's always been their clutch hitter since he brought them up. Even in 2017, his rookie year, he had a walk-off in that postseason where they won against the Red Sox. So Alex Bregman's my pick. Kyle Tucker might be another guy that could be a low buy that could blow up. Oakland A's, you guys, I have no idea. Jesus Luzardo maybe because he's young if he pitches well. But honestly, let me know in the comments who you guys think on the A's, because honestly, they are all terrible this year, and somehow that team's good. I don't know how they do it. Timely hitting, timely home runs. I can't even say anything on the A's, honestly. Chicago White Sox, they are a dark horse. Their offense is incredible. I have to pick Luis Robert here, you guys. He has had a super, super bad slump leading up to the playoffs, and he's probably just waiting to break out. If he decides to get hot in this postseason, his cards are going to go absolutely bananas. So I could have chose a couple other guys like Eloy, Jose Abreu, who's potentially going to win AL MVP. But Luis Robert, with how his prices have dropped, his Series 2's down to $12. If he goes off this postseason and they beat the A's and he hits a home run or two, his prices are it's going to be like his slump never even happened. I promise you, if he does well in the playoffs, It's going to be erased. Moncada the same way, has had an underachieving year, but Robert has the hype. Even with his slump, people are still hyped on this guy. So if he ends up popping off this postseason, you're going to want to have some of his stuff. Los Angeles Dodgers, got to be Mookie Betts. Cody Bellinger is right there with them. If you're going to do Cody Bellinger, he's got a Topps update card that you should definitely buy. It's cheap. It's $30 or under. Definitely think Cody Bellinger is a good buy. His prices have definitely gone down a little bit during the season. He's had a down year. But Mookie Betts is Bowman Chrome 2014, you guys. I didn't even realize it was this cheap. $20 and under is an absolute steal. Ronald Acuna is selling for still $80. Tatis is selling for $100. So Mookie Betts, Bowman Chrome. I wasn't even gonna put this on the list, but you have to. It's so affordable that there is a lot of room for growth. And if the Dodgers end up winning this World Series, you guys, and I think this is the biggest selling point for Mookie, if they win the World Series, it's going to be like he's the saving grace of that entire state. They bring him in, and after losing 3 World Series in a row, they win. They're going to be Mookie Betts, Mookie Betts, Mookie Betts. On top of that, he's amazing, but the hype is going to be super real, and his cards are going to blow up if they win the World Series. Milwaukee Brewers, only real choice is Christian Yelich. They have a couple guys that are just solid, but Christian Yelich is the only one. His Topps rookie card you can still pick up for under $50, 40 range, even under it at times, 32. That's a PSA 9. I think that's a good deal. But it's Christian Yelich. If the Brewers make any kind of noise, it's going to be because he probably hit 4 home runs in a game or something like that. That's how good of a player he is and can be. So If you think the Brewers can make any kind of noise, I think Christian Yelich is a good buy. It's going to be similar to Luis Robert, Aaron Judge, stuff like that. If he ends up popping off and his team somehow makes it past the Dodgers, his prices are probably going to double overnight. San Diego Padres, I'm focusing on Manny Machado, you guys. Obviously, Tatis is amazing, but his prices are just high still. They are. I think there's room to grow still for Tatis, but I think it's going to take time. Machado's Topps rookie cards, you guys, are still dirt cheap. They're $5 a piece. They're incredibly cheap. And he's played at an MVP caliber level this season. He's been unbelievable. And someone that has postseason experience, if this team's going to go far, this dude's probably going to be driving in a ton of runs. St. Louis Cardinals, Paul Goldschmidt, got to be the guy. They have some good players over there, but I think if the Cardinals go deep in this postseason, Paul Goldschmidt, like he did last postseason, is probably going to go off. Paul Goldschmidt's had a really good year this year, and he is a beast in the postseason. He just is. So I think if the Cardinals make any noise, Jack Flaherty and Paul Goldschmidt are the two guys that are going to do something to carry this team. Chicago Cubs, you guys, got to go with Javi. Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, Javier Baez, they've all had terrible years this year. They really have. Somehow their team is still winning. They have a couple guys stepping up like Jason Hayward and Ian Happ earlier in the season, but Javi Baez's stuff's cheap, you guys. He's always been pretty undervalued. This dude bought his rookie card for $1. That's insane. If the Cubs make a run, and they do have probably the easiest matchup against the Marlins in the first series. Yeah, they'll have to get past Sixto Sanchez, but Javier Baez, he's going to carry that team if they're going to go anywhere, honestly. That's how good of a player Javier Baez is. We saw it in 2018, right? 2018? Dude almost won MVP. The dude's a stud. Javier Baez, he has the hype around him too, the flashiness. If the Cubs make any noise in this postseason, it's going to be because of him. Miami Marlins got to go with Sixto Sanchez. We were just talking about him. If this dude comes out in deals in the postseason and shuts down the Cubs, his prices are going to double. I can tell you that right now. They're going to double. He has pretty much all the hype he needs already, and his stuff's still cheap. Relatively cheap for his base stuff. This person got 2 of his Bowman Chrome cards for less than $3. So his base stuff's still really cheap. His autographs are expensive, especially if it's parallel, but $50 for a base really isn't that bad. I know pitchers aren't the best investment piece, but if you can find good deals on this dude, I'm telling you, if he shuts out or even just pitches well and gets multiple starts for the Marlins, if he pitches well in the postseason, the hype is just going to be even more real on this guy, and he's going to be through the roof. Atlanta Braves, you guys, it's got to be Ronald Acuna. It has to be. He's had an underwhelming season. If the Braves are going to do anything, it's going to be through Ronald Acuna. Freddie Freeman's had an MVP season this year, and he deserves to win MVP. But Ronald Acuna is that dude. He is that good, and even with being injured and missing time and just not playing consistently the entire season, he still hit 14 home runs. So I think these are all good deals that I'm showing you, honestly. His price point is really, really appealing right now. Like, at the beginning of the year, you couldn't find his update rookie card for under $50 raw. It was pushing $60 raw. Update Chrome PSA 10, $70. Like, that's a steal, in my opinion, you guys. PSA 9, $55. PSA 9, $40. Whoever got that, hats off to you. Ronald Acuna, he's the best player on this team. I don't care how good Freddie Freeman played this year. If the Braves are going anywhere, Ronald Acuna is doing it. Cincinnati Reds, last team on the list, you guys. I chose Nick Castellanos just because he has fallen off and his stuff is cheap. But Nick Castellanos is that type of player that who knows if the Reds decide to go on a little run here, and I predicted them to make it to the NLCS. So we'll see what happens. That's kind of my long shot pick. But Nick Castellanos, you guys, he could hit 10 home runs this postseason. When he gets hot, he is just about the best hitter on the goddamn planet. So we'll see what he does. If you can pick up his rookie card for $2, like, that seems pretty easy to me. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like I said, I didn't want to make super bold predictions because of how random this postseason could be. I don't want to go out there and be like, you guys need to buy Mookie Betts, and they get booted in the first round by the Brewers. I don't know. So I want to leave it up to you guys. I think I gave the best option for each team. Let me know if you think there's someone else that could just absolutely blow up this postseason that I might have missed. But like I said, I just want to make you guys aware of it, let you guys decide for yourself, because this postseason is going to be absolutely crazy, and cards are going to go nuts during this. There's going to be players that absolutely destroy the postseason, and there's always a dark horse team that makes it deep. So we'll see what happens. I'm super excited. Playoffs start in like an hour by the time I'm recording this right now, so good luck with your playoff prediction, you guys. Good luck with your card investments that you're going to make. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.